Again, if you need more graph paper, I got graph paper up here. If you got some, you got some. Okay? So, yeah. Graph me. I'm already sensing that I'm going to have to shrink the old grapharoo. Oh. Center? Which one? Because you gave me two different points. What do you got? Was that the second one you gave me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's the better. That's the one that I was liking better. Because it started with -5. Mm-hmm. It happens. -5. That's 5 to the left. 2. Wait, there's which color? 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right there. Okay. Left and right. How many are we going left and right? 2 to the left, to the right. Up and down. 6. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6. Draw it in. Should have hope. Not bad. Sweet. Let's fix that. What? Vertices. Figured out why I couldn't spell why vertices looked goofy yesterday. So it's thrown in an extra I. What are the two vertices? We got hope. Which one? I like the negative, yes. Because it makes it positive. Yeah. Whoa! Tracer's death. Love it. Yeah. Then we got to come up with both sides, right? C squared equals absolute value of A squared minus B squared. C is going to be the square root of 32, which is going to be 4 square root of 2. Simple. Since it's vertical, we're going to add that. To the y part. Yeah? No, maybe? Whole C grade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because 1 plus 1 minus. You know what I mean? Smell what I'm stepping in. Good time. Good time. All right. Let's go in reverse now. So now, I'm going to give you the picture of the ellipse. Okay? And we need to find the equation of it. Well, first off, remember that all ellipsi have the equation x minus h quantity squared divided by a squared plus y minus k quantity squared divided by b squared equals 1. Okay, that's the standard form of the equation of an ellipse. So we're going to have that. So the first thing that we should find is we should find the center. We are finding the equation, yes. Okay? So given this picture, now let me expand this out a little bit more. We can see it a little bit better. What is the center of that ellipse? 0, 0, origin. That's important because that's h and k, right? Okay. What do you think we should do next? How am I going to find a squared?
You square the amount of like points in between the center and the edge of that.
So when you count,
Yeah, I counted them and then squared it.
and then square it, right? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So a is 5. So a squared is 25. Love it. Okay. Then we'd want to do what? But so would that b though, right? And so we want this distance to be b. This distance, that's going to be a. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So when that's all said and done, the equation of our ellipse is going to be x minus 0, quantity squared, so we'll just call that x squared, over, if a is 5, then a squared is 25. Y minus 0, quantity squared, is just like y squared, over b squared equals 1. Okay. What's up?
What if it doesn't equal 1? Like, do we have anything like that?
Then it's not an ellipse. Yeah. Okay. Now that you have the equation, now you can find the foci. Okay. So now that we've got the equation, now we can say, well, c squared is going to be the absolute value of a squared minus b squared. 25 minus 9 is 16. So c is 4. The center was at the origin still. Major axes of this one, is it horizontal or is it vertical? Horizontal. So that means the foci are going to be horizontal. So I'm going to add and subtract 4 to the x part there. So the foci are at 4, 0 and negative 4.
Would you write this just plus or minus? Isn't it supposed to be square root?
But it's the square root of 16.
Oh, yeah.
You make it bigger for you. So try that one. Find me the equation of the ellipse, then find me the foci. Center is at
3, 2.
-3, -2?
Oh, that's wrong.
Should just be I would say it should just be a two of them, right?
Yeah.
2 switches to positive, right? Or one from positive, one of each way. Okay? So the equation should be, because A is 5, B is 8, so the equation should be x minus -3, so that's x plus 3, quantity squared, all over 25, plus y minus -2, quantity squared, all over 64, equaling 1. Agree? C squared is going to be absolute value of 25 minus 64. 25 minus 64 is -39. Absolute value of -39 is +39. So C then is going to be the square root of 39. 39 only has 3 and 13 as its factors. Neither one of those are perfect squares. So we can leave it as the square root of 39. Since it's longer vertically, that means that we're going to add and subtract the square root of 39 to the y part of our center. So the foci would be at -3, comma, -2 plus or minus the square root of 39. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? Okay. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Write the equation of an ellipse with a center at 2, 6. So I'm giving you the center. 2, 2, 4, 6. So there is my center. A focus at 5, 6. And one end of the minor axes at 2, 4. So we got that scenario. What do we have? Or what do we know? Okay, so we got H and K, right? Okay, that's good. What else do we know? We know A squared. Which one do we know? B squared. What's B squared? 4, right? Because this distance here is B. Sure.
No, we know everything we need.
Nope. Really, really. Because what else do we have?
The A squared.
No, we don't.
Oh, so.
We have the focus, which is no. What letter? It's C. Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa. This distance here is C. C is the distance to the foci. Okay. So what you got? Talk to me here.
So it's kind of like how you did the geometry with the ACD thing, like, you know, you find like that
So what's the formula that we should be using?
With the brackets. C squared.
How about c squared
Oh.
equals the absolute value of a squared minus b squared? Okay. All right. So what is c? 3. So c squared would be 9. What is b? 2. So b squared would be 4.
So it's 5. Right? 5. It's 5. It's not 5. How is it not 5?
Because the 4 becomes a positive.
No.
It,
What minus 4 gets me 9?
oh, I'm thinking something else.
You were thinking plus.
I was
It's what? It's 13.
I like this one. Wait, I think so. Like, what? I don't understand. Cause like when we have like other, what's it called, ellipses,
Left side.
the side, the focus is on the,
Major axes.
like, yeah.
What's the square root of 13? Bigger than 3, right? Right? So that would put my endpoint
Bro.
out there,
Okay.
which is what we want, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So the equation then would be x minus 2 quantity squared all over 13 plus y minus 6 quantity squared all over 4 equals 1.
So the foci, or the focus isn't the furthest point
Nope.
on our thing.
Nope. Let me go back to this one. Actually, I'll go back to this one because I had, oh, no, maybe not. I go back to this one because foci are inside. Yep. Yep. So in this one then, the foci would have been what we were at 4. So foci would have been there and there. On this one, foci would have been, square root of 39 is a little bit more than 6. There and there. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, you got 3 things to do this weekend. First off, you've got the goldenrod sheet that can be finished and turned in. You also have a quiz that is open for you to take at this point in time. Okay? And then you've got any and all missing work that you might have sitting out there yet. Okay? So 3 things to get done as a whole.